What's good, peeps? Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all safe. Forbes have released their 2020 list for the highest paid athletes in the world. So I think it's their top 100 list. I am a bit confused by it, if I have to be honest with you, because 2020 is still very much in play, right? We're only in May. So is this really 2019? If it is 2019, then I don't know how right this is. I mean, obviously Forbes know a lot more than I do, but I don't know. There seems to be a few inaccuracies with it, but we'll discuss those in a minute. So I'm inclined to believe it could be a financial year, maybe, right? So April 2019 to May 2019, that would make a bit more sense. I'm always fascinated by these things. For years, it was Floyd Mayweather at the top of the list, right? So Floyd would always retweet this just because he was number one. Look, everyone, I'm the highest paid athlete in the world. Forbes says so. So it is true. And it was true, right? Because we know Floyd earned some ridiculous checks towards the end of his career. That fight against Conor, that fight against Pacquiao, and just in general, Floyd made some very, very good money. The other reason why I'm fascinated by it, from a boxing standpoint, is how far boxers are away when it comes to endorsement money, which I think is free money, right? Some people might say, oh, it's selling your soul money. Who cares? Who cares? Money, right? Boxers are so far away, it's scary. So like other athletes, it could be 50-50, you know? So they're getting 50% of their money from what they do, right? Whether basketball, football, and 50% from endorsements. Boxers, it literally can be something like 95-5. That's how bad it is. Boxers need to work on their brands so badly, or their brand management, or get people in that know how to open up more doors for brands, because they're so far behind. I mean, you take Roger Federer as an example of this, and this is probably a bad example because this is Roger Federer we're talking about. He's number one on the list as well, by the way. This is the GOAT of tennis. But in terms of salary winnings, according to Forbes, his salary winnings was 6.3 million. His endorsements were $100 million. So he's number one on the list just based on endorsements. So not what he done on the tennis courts, just endorsements puts him number one on the list. That's crazy. But we're not here for Federer. We're not going to talk about the other guys on the list. I'll quickly run through the top 10 very quickly. So Federer, Ronaldo, number 2, Messi, 3, Neymar, 4, LeBron James, 5, Curry, Kevin Durant, Tiger Woods, Kirk Cousins, and Carson Wentz. Is it Wentz or Wentz? NFL player. Now, I don't have to click in all of those guys, but you know the endorsements for those guys are going to be through the roof. You just know, right? It's going to be a 50-50 split, or it could even be a Roger Federer where it's like that extreme, right? Tyson Fury is the first fighter on the list. And I say fighter because we are going to talk about MMA guys as well because of Conor McGregor. But Tyson Fury is the first fighter on the list. Now, that surprises me. That surprises me a tremendous amount. Again, I'm confused as to the dates of this. What are we talking about? Are we talking about just 2020? If we're talking about just 2020, then maybe it makes sense for him to be so high on the list because none of the other top fighters, apart from Wilder, who's also on the list, have fought in 2020. Canelo's not fought in 2020, nor is AJ, right? They're the guys that you might have thought could be higher up the list in terms of boxers anyway. So it makes sense that Tyson Fury would be this high up the list if we're just talking about 2020 earnings. But according to the Forbes list, Tyson Fury's salary / winnings, $50 million, and endorsements, $7 million. So they're saying that Tyson Fury's total earnings were $57 million. Again, it's difficult, right? What are they saying? Like, are we talking financial year or just 2020? If we're talking 2020, obviously he made a lot of money from the Deontay Wilder fight, but that's it. That's all he fought in 2020. Are they saying that he made that much money from one fight? Is that what Forbes are telling me? If so, then, boy, he's on a ridiculous contract because I didn't think it was anything like that. I have to be honest with you. So that shocks me. I mean, do we take this stuff with a pinch of salt? Don't know. I don't know. The only reason I don't take it with a pinch of salt is A, because it's Forbes, right? And it's just a publication that I think is respected. So you'd like to think they've done their due diligence in finding out what these athletes earn. And B, because again, Floyd always used to retweet it. A lot of stars retweet it when they see their name high up in the list, especially stars with egos. I think Conor's retweeted it a few times as well. Conor McGregor is at number 16. What's his earnings? So they're saying his salary, 32 million, endorsements 16. He's working on his brand. See, look at that. That's quite a good salary to endorsement split. Plus, he's got his own endorsements as well. Are they referring to his own ones, the proper whiskey and the cloves? I think he's got other outside endorsements as well. Like I know his deal with Reebok's pretty big, so he's doing well when it comes to endorsements. The next boxer on the list is Anthony Joshua at number 19. Now, salary winnings $36 million, endorsements 11. AJ is bridging that gap when it comes to endorsements. He's got obviously Dre Beats, he's got Lucasade, he's got Patek, he's got Lynx, I think he's got Range Rover. So he's starting to kind of bridge that gap where you can be a boxer and get endorsements, right? We haven't seen it before. He's doing it, and hopefully it just becomes the norm with some of these boxers because they should be earning more when it comes to endorsements. He's doing that. Again, what are they talking about? Because AJ's not fought in 2020. Right? I mean, if we're doing fine, even if it's 2019 earnings, right? Which makes a bit of sense because they can then start to add up all these figures. That doesn't make sense, right? Salary winnings, $36 million. We know that AJ, or we're led to believe that he got paid just that for fighting Ruiz the second time. Let's not add in the first time. So I don't know. Again, pinch of salt, people. Deontay Wilder came in at number 20, just below AJ. Endorsements, $500,000. I'll read that again. Endorsements, $500,000. What's this about? Eh? What's this about? That's just you've got to work on it. Maybe it's too late to work on everything, but you've got to look at your whole team, right? If I am at the time WBC champion, arguably, again, I don't know when this was all put together, the number one boxer in the world, arguably, right? You can make an argument back then. Good-looking kid, Deontay Wilder, right? How am I only earning $500,000 from endorsements? How? They've got to work on my brand. Do I have no one in this team that can actively go out and seek endorsements for me? I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. That used to mean something. I'm getting 500,000 endorsements. Salary winnings, 46 million. So that's a massive amount. So it's pretty much the same as Tyson Fury. So that would lead me to believe that him and Fury got paid a hell of amount of money for that fight in February. Where is Canelo on this list? Okay, Canelo, 30. See, again, confuses me because Canelo, we know, hasn't had a fight this year, right? He hasn't fought this year. So are we talking about a financial year? Is that what we're doing? But they're saying endorsements, Canelo, 2 million. Salary winnings, 35 million. Who's Canelo? What sponsors has Canelo got? Let's have a quick look. 2 seconds. Endorsements. Does it say? Everlast. Who else? Apologies, people. Trying to find out. Everlast, Louis Vuitton, Moët, and DAZN. So DAZN is actually, okay, he does do some stuff with him, doesn't he, where he shows off the gloves and stuff. But again, Canelo. You'd think that I mean, how big a star is Canelo? Only $2 million in endorsements. All right, so that's Canelo. So far on that list, in terms of fighters, we have Conor, Tyson Fury, AJ, Deontay, Canelo. Does any other fighter, MMA or boxing, get in the top 100? Let's have a look. I know Khabib Nurmagomedov made a hell of a lot of money fighting Conor McGregor, but let's be honest, his endorsements are going to be zero. Top 100, no. It's crazy. Like, all I'm seeing is NFL players and NBA players. That's all I'm seeing. A few footballers kind of scattered in between them, right? But all I'm seeing is fucking NFL, NBA, golf. That's it. And a couple of baseball players. It's weird how we think footballers make so much money. Look, they're far behind when it comes to NBA, NFL, far behind. Mo Salah's here at number 34. Let's have a quick look. Endorsements, $12 million. Salary, 23. So any more footballers on here? Mbappe at 36. How much is he on endorsement-wise? Endorsements, 13. In fact, let me quickly just check Ronaldo's. Sorry, Pete, this has nothing to do with boxing. I'm just eager to see what Ronaldo's endorsement. What do you guess? Let's have a guess. I'm guessing Ronaldo's endorsements is going to be 50 million. Let's have a look. 45 million, salary 60. Boxers, you need, maybe I should get into the finding boxers sponsorship deals. How can Deontay Wilder, and again, how accurate is this? I don't know, but how can Deontay Wilder have only earned $500,000 from endorsements? I don't know. Again, just to clarify, Tyson Fury is number one. Endorsements, 7 million. What endorsements has Tyson Fury got? I don't see him advertise anything. Maybe I'm just not their market, but I don't see. Does it say? Does it even say? Not sure. I'm not sure. Obviously, he had that WWE stint. His book done very well. I think it sold like 200,000-300,000 copies. But I don't know. I've never seen him advertise anything. I haven't seen advertise shit, so I don't know what they're referring to. But yeah, that's it. Tyson Fury is the number one ranked fighter, which is, again, what a swing, right? Compared to where he was a couple of years back. What a swing. Unbelievable. Peace.